Lions love nature photographers. They're yummy. Me, I'll just make a light midnight snack real quick. Also me. $100 million. Seeing my mom smile. Me. What do you think really happens after Seth? Your family fights for your belongings. When you already had a bad day, and then you see this bullshit. How is everyone holding up? Gently as not to disturb it. Me walking back to the bar, after throwing up all over the bathroom sink and floor. Smart people have poor eyesight, because lower graphics make your brain run faster. Stephen Hawking has closed all background tasks for more FPS. Most people when their hair dries naturally. Me when my hair dries naturally. Report. Jealous of Joe Biden's New York event. Donald Trump plans bigger fundraiser at Madison Square Garden. I heard it's at Madison Square Garden landscaping in New Jersey. Stellar Blade devs, if they made a game about an oiled up black guy instead. You working 12 hours per day to rent a studio apartment for $1,600 a month in a crowded city, a literal in 1890. NPC, I want to give you legendary weapon from our ancestors for completing your task. Me realizing that has lower damage than a weapon I currently use. I'm 13, this is ridiculous. Me when my mental health started rapidly declining in 7th grade. When you get post-put clarity, but you're already married. Every once in a while I go outside and run the vacuum cleaner over the driveway just to ensure that the neighbors never talk to me. Who cheat the most between male and female? The postman. God performs miracles. Humans invent camera. God since that day, well now I'm not doing it. You may be lazy, but you'll never be fell asleep and stayed asleep in the rain lazy. Finally the fashion industry is thinking about us. Students, how do I stop bullies from asking me? Schools. Just say no when they you. Michael Cera says he almost married Aubrey Plaza just to get a divorce and call her my ex-wife. At this point F the hostages, they can rot, cope and seethe. Glad he censored himself with that euro, otherwise people might think he's an asshole. What if I told you Twinkle Twinkle Little Star is the same as the alphabet song but different lyrics? My motivation at the gym. What's the most high risk low reward thing you have ever done? Don't even come to work bro, they already fired you. If your phone could talk to you, what would it say? There's so much Sean. What's something you didn't realize was going to consume so much of your time as an adult? Making food and eating that food, and then cleaning up all of that mess, and then planning what more food to buy, because I have now eaten some of my food, and then going out to buy that food. ChatGPT, do you trust me? High school students, with every cell of my body. I work in cybersecurity. I work in cybersecurity. Best feelings ever, becoming rich, becoming popular, someone else recognizing an obscure song you like. Nobody, parents throwing gender reveal parties. Is this Jonathan the iPhone repairman? Yes, thanks for contacting me. Pro tip, use rubber bands to cosplay as Thanos, and next year as Captain Hook. Back in university a girl mocked my presentation one time, so I searched for her group and asked the topic they were presenting on. I spent 4 days researching on it and asked her so many questions like it was common knowledge that she cried. Stay blessed precious one, I be petty like this guy. AVG business, remind me later, next century. Say hello to wine which will get you drunk at the same time. I'll take your entire stock. First person stories, third person stories, second person stories. Other companies doing April Fools. Discord loot boxes are here. Discord accidentally making the biggest view bot in history. Beep beep MF. Your hot bowl of cold food is ready. Guys will be like, there he is, or the man, the myth, the legend, and it's just some dude named Greg. My dad with a fish, my dad with me. Work stress, family stress, relationship stress, dissociation. Name other scholars beside Oppenheimer who spent their later years running away from their early work. The man who invented pop-up ads says I'm sorry. What it looks like, what it feels like. Me, let's watch a Lord of the Rings movie. Friend, which one? Me, all of them at once I suppose. What women think men want. What men really want. I don't see any infected children, I'm big sad. What is illegal, but should be legal? Blowing up the entire city. I tried this once. Let's just say it didn't turn out well. Bills, my wallet. You are exactly where you're supposed to be because you make terrible decisions. How the bed feels when I'm trying to sleep. How the bed feels when I need to get up. Me when I think about how much I have overshared in a conversation. Asked ChatGPT to respond to my friend's ex's apology. Thanks for the message. Your sudden epiphany is cute, but I'm not here to hand out gold stars for belated realizations. I'm busy rebuilding what you broke. So while you're on your therapy journey, I'll be over here living my best life. Sends your drama. Cheers to growth, but don't hold your breath for my forgiveness. Me trying to let hot guys in public know that they can get it. Me, turns 29 years old, all the ads served to me. Today's topic. Childish. Hey man, thanks for letting me borrow your game bro. It was awesome. Here you go. A cart of coke. My alien waiting for me to stop looking at memes and fall asleep so he can abduct me, this mother effer. That moment when you commit your first ladder, but realize it's the start of a zombie apocalypse. When you give a homeless guy money and he says thank you instead of you are in social experiment, here is $10,000. Dudes will make 0 moves on their crush and then proceed to post this. Maybe I'm just meant to be lonely. When you just realized that your lips don't touch when you say the word touch, but they do when you say the word separate. Teachers, when are you gonna start saying no to bullies? When you stop saying no to violence? Black in 1992 at age 23, bro was looking sinister as F back then. Texting and driving fatalities in 1960. The most tiring thing about adulting to me is how constant it is. There is always some shit to sort out. You chilling means you're probably just ignoring the million things on your to-do list. When you spend all weekend making the perfect meme for April Fool's Day, but don't remember to post it until April 2nd. You did not fall for April Fools because you outsmarted all the pranksters. I did not fall for them because I stayed at home and didn't meet anyone. We are not the same. Me convincing Americans that the British use seasonings. This is absolutely preposterous. So how did they take it? They me. How I feel after not falling for any April Fools. Signature look of superiority. What do people do in the shower for 45+ minutes? Concerts, meet and greets, cry, overthink arguments, you name it. Start families, then wipe said families off the face of the earth with the shower head. What would be a non-zell job that would be fun to do? Basketball player, imagine the to the face when getting dunked on. There's no coming back from that. Authorities cannot be more specific than this. Do not touch your partner's part while he or she is driving. My girlfriend borrowed $100 from me. After 3 years, when we separated, she returned exactly $100. I lost interest in that relationship, and now you're just left alone. You deserve credit for this. I know you won't believe me, but the fact you lost all this money and the fact that you can't use punctuation are not unrelated facts. Well, there you go then. You don't have a green card and I can't back up a claim. That was never made. It's my opinion, no backup needed for those. I don't know how much you were bullied in school, but I'm beginning to think it wasn't enough. Do you have a waterproof keyboard, or do you just replace it every time the drool ruins it? Your ex texts I'm dating someone better than you, how would you respond? I was taught to donate my old toys to the less fortunate. This is a child we are confronting right now. Yeah, you're gonna have to be a bit more specific, pal. Games be like April Fool's updates, actual updates. I would rather pay the financial self or others on the road. This driver did the right thing. This comment shows how important it is to know the difference between then and than. Add spikes to my weapon for that bonus damage. Everyone else playing dodgeball. What was the most shocking habit you discovered when you moved in with a partner? He liked to tear holes in the sheets with his toenails so he could tuck his feet into them. When they won't stop talking and you have already said wow nice and dang 20 times. Corporate profits rose to a new all-time high in Q4 of 2023. Just in case you were confused about why the price of everything keeps going up and mistakenly concluded it was inflation. When you hear your name whispered in a conversation. This is the last time I will be on this site because I found the right person for me and I really don't wanna lose her just to watch this stuff. So bye, and I wish all of you all the best of luck. Be right back, going outside to wistfully observe the reflections of the shop lights in the wet streets. That's what I'm effing talking about. GF. I'm sick of you pretending you're a detective. We should split up. Me. Good idea. We can cover more ground that way. Entertaining new video concept introduced. It gets popular. Everyone hates it because it's popular. It lies. Germans walking in the park before 1 April. Germans walking in the park after 1 April. The mystery plug in my office has piqued my interest. Do not unplug under any circumstances. Quick animal fact. Fennec foxes native to the deserts of northern Africa have been known to walk or run to their destinations rather than drive, as a Ford Fiesta is not properly accommodating to the foxes. The amazing digital circus pilot getting 300 million views in 5 months. The Discord loot box video getting 1 billion views in a day. I'm in love with you. Brother, she told me she was in love with me. Do you think she likes me? That fourth friend in the group chat who reads the messages but never replies. When you get laid off on April Fool's Day, please say psych. Me watching pill dealers and only girls buy their 5th house whilst I work a 9 to 5 and can barely afford milk. When your 2 brain cells finally think of a comeback for an argument you had 2 weeks ago. Me. I'm sorry I can't come out tonight, I have plans. The plans. No, unfortunately I cannot give you directions around the city I have lived in my entire life. Can you help get this stain out of my dress? Come again. No, this time it's mayonnaise. When I realized. The FBI finally catching me for making 100 emails to get free Netflix trials. Sometimes I feel like I have my life together and then I'm like, wow, that was a really nice 45 seconds. Me. The 2.5 pound Kirkland signature Mexican style blend cheese in the fridge. Me, an introvert, remembering a funny joke I said 2 years ago that made everyone laugh. Clothes too dirty for the closet, but too clean for the laundry. Welcome to the chair. My mom with a black belt in karate, my dad with a leather belt. When you force yourself to watch one of the most gut-wrenchingly boring movies because you keep being told it's cinema by everyone else. Me, when I see people happy after working hard for it while I'm actively doing nothing to better myself. Don't eat the yellow thing on whose back it makes you fart. Trying to understand the behavior of some people is like trying to smell the color 9. Only thing that stands between me and going to bed is the entire internet that fits in the palm of my hand. Woman: doctor, my husband wants intense sex all day. What can I give him? Doctor: my number. Hust range: I feel happy. I must be forgetting something. Everything's effed. Ah yes, that's it. Silly me. Sometimes you ask too much of people. I do. Give me 14 examples. When you email your professor at 2 AM and they respond within a minute. Something in The Simpsons vaguely related to current events. Clickbait websites. Is this a prediction? Your immune system. Your eyes. Me scrolling through images of characters I like, eventually coming across Sean art. Me when my manager asks who wants to go early, even though I have been complaining for weeks that I need more hours, I'll go. When you Google an issue for solutions, but you are apparently the only person on the entire effing planet who has your problem. How are memes like this made? Do people really just type out some words and then screenshot them? How am I supposed to know? What do we even pay you for? Texas person is diagnosed with bird flu after being in contact with cows. Here we go again. The face I make when I'm about to be petty as F. Me getting 4 chills, 34 seths and 50 plus revives in Battlefield. My goals are beyond your understanding. POV. Applying for jobs. I think I forgot something. If you forgot, then it wasn't important. Yeah, you're right. Attached resume and cover letter. When you thought you left something important after coming home from a long trip, but you find it instantly. When my wife, who shy as F, first met my extended family, we had a big dinner with about 14 people. At the end of the meal I said to say thanks, she would love to sing for you all. Everyone went silent and stared at her, and she still hasn't forgiven me 9 years later. Old house owner: in this house 37 people died and 12 children. Horror movie family. When the toilet starts overflowing at your friend's house. My teacher giving me 200% on an essay. Me the only one who didn't use ChatGPT. When you're done healing and it's time for revenge. Dark Magic 101. When you see a doggy but the guy says you can't pet him. Everyone waiting for that confirmation email that Google indeed deleted all incognito mode data. Therapist: you need to let people in. Me: it's not locked. Drive-in movie theater to reopen after nearly 4 decades. The return of the king of the movies. Google looking at my incognito search history. Interesting. Private school kids, public school kids, charter school kids, Waldorf school kids. Me who made a mistake in a game, except you made a mistake and move on. Panic and quit without saving. Women arrested for stealing Uber driver's car because he was driving too slow to the airport. She doesn't need to be fixed. Can you explain this gap in your resume? Yes, that is when I did not have a job. When someone puts ketchup in their noodles. Can America have a 4-day work week? It's complicated. On the one hand, it would be tremendously good for everyone. Psychologically, physically, we would be happier and healthier for it. On the other hand, there are like 8 really rich guys who are against it. Me arriving at work willing to be a better person. 1 hour later. Me as a child, I need to understand everything. Me now, I like memes. If your girl is mad by a Lego set, she will still be mad, but you have a new Lego set. My PC games, me getting time to myself. My PC games 50 new updates, me. A constant 15% body fat throughout life regardless of what and how much you eat. 2 inches taller. A smart gold after a long hard day of staring into his PC like a drooling toddler and occasionally giving the most bare bones lackluster commentary imaginable. Me when my alarm wakes me up, let the potato rest for 5 minutes. Successful company or product everyone loves. CEO sells it, new company tanks the old company or product as it gets sheified. Never seen anything so true. My anger level when someone is in the kitchen with me. Me checking if everyone is vibing with the song I put on. When the roller coaster is at the highest point and the person behind you starts unbuckling their seatbelt. I slept hungry because I was too lazy to cook. When people ask me why I'm always snacking on something, without my cookies I'm just a monster. When your childhood friend says, "It's my first time, be gentle with me, okay?" but you know how her previous relationships went. Mom, it starts at 3. Me in my head, it starts at 3, but we gotta be there by 2, so we gotta leave the house at 1. So I have to start getting ready around 11. So I have to wake up at 10. Wait, minute jets are just whales of the sky. Indians, American YouTubers views. Me, Google's the crow. Google, did you forget the R, perhaps? I didn't know being an adult would be so hard, or it's okay sweetie, tomorrow will be better. Really, we don't know. I don't mind reassuring you, I understand you as best as I can, because I want to. It's safe to ask each other questions. I can't afford to tip landlords. Twitter Blue, Funko Pops, tips for cashiers, NFT, OnlyFans. Share. Inflation so high even the matches are thinner. How am I supposed to spark a bowl with this cheap bruh? Me, I'll do it at 6. Time, 6:02. Me, wow, guess I have to wait till 7. You don't have to effing dress up. The gym isn't a fashion statement. Me in my matching set. Me when I walk behind a slow person. Me sorting my shit and getting serious for finals after wasting the whole year. Homeless guy, me opening my wallet. When you're an introvert and you hear, "Let's go around the room and introduce ourselves." My career plans, my skills. Me and my lad partner discussing how we got a 347% error. Papaya, peach, pineapple, banana, spring water, maca powder and raw honey post-workout smoothie. Obtuse rubber goose, green moose, guava juice, giant snake, birthday cake, large fries, chocolate shake. Game devs, when April Fool's Day is over. It's April 2. We were bad, but now we are good. I'm firmly convinced that people who eat their steak like this eat people. April 1st. April 2nd. Incognito data. You grew a beard because you thought it looks good. I grew a beard to hide my double chin. We are not the same. If it's Boeing, I'm not going. Samsung released a new fridge that can speak and answer questions. That's your third bowl of ice cream, you fat bee. Me, sniffs, oh yeah, it's about to rain, my southern friends. Wait, some people can't smell when it's gonna rain. When you save a little kid from drowning only for them to go on to start a world war and be responsible for millions of deaths. The porta potty at the local construction site. Me after going to Taco Bell twice a day. I was a child, I had childish things, but when I grew up I was able to afford a lot more childish things. I have way more childish things. I cannot stress how much these rule. Playtime, 6 hours. When do I start getting good? Playtime, 5001.7 hours. That's the fun part you don't. Reading cooking instructions off the bag I just threw out. When you made plans, when you were in a social mood and now it's time for the plans. My toxic trait is I'll no worries my way into never speaking to you again. It takes a big man to admit when he's wrong, but it takes an even bigger man to give a giraffe a haircut. She that was loud. She that was loud. How I imagined myself in an apocalypse. versus reality.
Spare change. Spare change, ma'am.